Okay, I decided to do this video. Where should I sit? Oh, no. Okay, sit over here. Perfect. Oh, this actually looks good. That looks good. I should wear this. Decided to do a fireplace chat about League Patch 6.9. My previous video went well above my phone's ability to send to YouTube, so I'm pretty much gonna have to speed run this. Mouth is hella dry because I just talked for like an hour, and now I have to do it again. Okay, so patch 6.9, things to look for. Olaf, win rate plummeting, reasoning, I don't know actually. I can come up with theories, but the best thing I can think of is that mages are just currently destroying him in like a team fight firing line, and he just can't get close enough before he's completely burst down. Win rate absolutely annihilated, even with the Black Cleaver buff. Might just be an outlier, must just be like the past 2 days he's been having a bad time. I don't know. Jack's win rate, not annihilated, but down by 5 points. Effectively unplayable. Don't even try. He wasn't even that playable before. Now, don't even bother. Aatrox. He's unchanged. Most other people got weaker. Still pretty shit. Irelia. She can't build Rage Blade, but there were perfectly viable non-Rage Blade builds. So I would say overall she's a little bit better. Tanks. Sunfire got nerfed. Not that hard. They're being whittled down. They might be a little bit more balanced. If they finally went in and nerfed Echo and nerfed Nautilus, I feel like... Or not Nautilus, Echo and Maokai. Those are the big two. Yeah. Rise, still basically auto win. If you select Rise, it ought to just give you 20 LP and put you back in Champion Select. I don't know what Ride's doing right now, but it's not being smart. Rage Blade as a whole, absolutely worthless. Don't even look at it. If you're trying to build Rage Blade, just instead of building Rage Blade, don't build Rage Blade. Vladimir. Did I go over Vladimir? I don't think I did. Vladimir, see, the problem is I already said all this for like an hour. So my mind is all like, did I go over this? But Vladimir, better, much better. Spirit Visage, Rylai's, Deadman's, doing very good. The tanky-ish Vladimir, not like full tank, but tanky-ish with like a Rylai's and maybe a Leandri's or a Void Staff, and then like 2 or 3 tank items. That's doing good. It's hot right now. It's hot, and not just because of the fire, because it's hot. What else I got? Cassiopeia seems to be doing good, but that's probably just because she's anti-bruiser. Anivia seems to be doing good, but again, anti-bruiser, which brings me to, if you're trying to play an anti-bruiser champion, just play Kenny, because he's Kenny. So, why would you play anything other than Kenny if you're trying to beat bruisers? Black Cleaver champions, Renekton, Olaf, Raven, etc. They're just being destroyed in lane by Kenny right now. So, don't play them. Or at the very least, don't first pick them. I know in low elo people tend to not counter pick very much, but if you do get counter picked, you're going to be very sad because you're going to fall off by mid game. The Black Cleaver change isn't going to save you from, you know, Kenny or some other mage beating you in lane and then outscaling you because they've actually got good items. Tanks as a whole, I mean, I went over this a little bit earlier, pretty much fine. They got another bump down, not a big bump, just, you know, nudging. It's not like they're broken. It's not like tanks are literally destroying League of Legends as we know it, despite what people say. Their win rates are like 52 to 53, maybe 54%. That's nothing. That's, yeah, they're overpowered, but not that they're destroying League. Especially when the vast majority are in the 52 to 53% win rates. That's just above average. 56% is when you start getting overpowered. 60% is broken. That's pretty much it, to be honest. Not a lot changed. There's not a lot to go over. Next week, I'll look back and I'll say, you were an idiot. Obviously, everything changed, but it's only been 2 days. Most I can say is Vladimir seems to be doing pretty good. Jax is dead. Rageblade is dead. Tanks are fine. The mages don't seem to be making that much of an impact. So long as you don't play a bruiser, tanks are doing pretty fine though. Darius, Olaf, those champions, the reason their win rates aren't going up that much is because they were building Sunfire anyway. So here was Black Cleaver. Let's put Black Cleaver down here, and here was Sunfire up here. Sunfire got nerfed, Black Cleaver got buffed. They kind of just met in the middle. So Darius and Olaf didn't really get nerfed or buffed. They can first item Black Cleaver better, but because everybody's just building Sunfire right now, because Omen and Deadman's, Omen and Deadman's are just such weak items right now that everybody's just going Sunfire. And the nerf will help if you decide to go a different direction, but I would much rather have the ability to push a wave really quickly and get into a position where I can do other things than to push a wave slower and then have slightly more movement speed than Deadman's. And there are some people that still go Deadman's, but the most I see it is on junglers or people who've already built Spirit Visage. And Omen is just... I don't know what they're doing with Omen. It seems like they don't want an anti-AD carry item, which seems dumb to me. Bruisers as a whole are just not doing good right now. There's so many anti-bruiser champions that are viable. Spirit Visage got nerfed. Maw got nerfed a while back. It's very difficult for them to fight mages. Concluding thoughts. Mages are better, but they're really still just anti-bruiser champions. So don't play bruisers and you won't really see a lot of them. Tanks are still dominant. Mages can fight tanks better, but overall I would still say that tanks beat mages. Overall, like I'm not saying every team beats every mage, but again, overall, tanks are still beating mages. Bruisers are still getting destroyed by mages until mid-game, and then at mid-game, the mages just team fight, and obviously a mage is going to have a better team fight, because Riot gives every mage ridiculous strength team fight, and then for every bruiser, they're like, you can't have a good team fight, you're a bruiser. Fuck yourself. I like to imagine that Riot is just like sitting around in a circle, just like, why the fuck are melee champions still building damage? Fuck it, we're nerfing Rageblade. Fuck these stupid monkey-ass bastards. Build tank, you asshole. That's about it. I could ramble a little bit longer, but no. That's about it. Summation, Vlad, yes. Olaf, no. Darius, probably not. Tanks, yes. Jax, give it up. Bruisers as a whole, you could probably make it work, but is it really worth the effort? Do you want to keep trying harder to get less effect? You got tanks that are just beating their fist on the keyboard like Maokai and Nautilus and doing fantastic. And then you got bruisers like Jax and Aurelia who actually have to do shit. And it's amazing that we're at a point where I'm actually trying to defend Aurelia's skill. You know, one of the most brainless champions in the game, and she still is somehow harder to play than the current tank repertoire. Mages, maybe. I'll have to see. Vladimir is a mage, so at the very least there's one mage. That's about it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I did my very best to bring you League of Legends content in front of a fireplace. Does it get better than that? I'd like to think it doesn't get better than that. I'd like to hope that my dry mouth has not completely ruined this video, because I'm not doing a third take. I'll just shut it.